Hello, everybody, and welcome to the ultimate Fallout character tier list. I am just primarily going to do the characters that I thought of to put on this list. It's a lot of them, but I could do a part 2 with more. For now, this is the first Fallout character tier list, because, I saw a lot of other people doing this, and I did not agree with them. So I thought it inspired me to do my own. So yeah, on screen is the tier list, and we're going to start it off with Fox from Fallout 3. Fox is one of the coolest companions you can ever get in a video game in general. The fact that he is ostracized from the super mutant kind because he is smart and he seeks knowledge, I think is really cool. I like how they even put him in jail for that. That's why you find him in Vault 87, all locked up in jail. One of the coolest moments with Fox is when you leave Raven Rock and you either leave it or blow it up. He's there to save you from the oncoming Enclave soldiers, which is by far one of the coolest moments. And also, during that segment, I still had Sticky with me from Big Town as a companion. So, that was a really cool moment, seeing Sticky with his party hat and, like, a hunting rifle I gave him come out and save me with Fox using a freaking Gatling laser. That was just the coolest moment. So Fox goes firmly in S tier, and here is my favorite line from him.
I see I found you at last. I knew you had survived, and I had hoped to assist in your rescue, to repay my debt to you. Yes, and the most fascinating one at that. Whoa, this technology is amazing. Imagine the evil that can be eliminated with such tools.
Next is Craig Boone from Fallout New Vegas. Boone is a cool character, I guess, but he's just kind of a dick. I don't know if everyone else loves Boone, but I thought his companion quest was cool, I guess, But all around, I think he's kind of a dickhead character. I think the story with his wife is pretty cool, and, that's probably why he's a dick. But I think I'm going to put Boone in a B tier. I'm gonna make him a B tier. Next up, we have Eddie from Fallout New Vegas. He is a cool character, for sure. The first iBot companion you can get. The thing about him is he's not really a interesting companion in the base game, but Lonesome Road, where it really fleshes him out. I like how he's like an Enclave iBot. He's definitely a cool companion, but I would put him... I'm gonna put him in B tier, right next to Boone. Next up, Nick Valentine from Fallout 4. He is a really interesting, cool character. The fact that he's created with the memories of a real-life detective, the real Nick Valentine, and he's, just a robot designed with his memories and stuff, and he has, like, existential crises about it, and he still finds a way to solve Nick Valentine's last case, the case of Eddie Winter, and his whole thing in the main campaign of that game is amazing. I love everything to do with Nick Valentine. He's, like, one of the coolest. One thing I will say is that there was this one part where after you go through, like, that weird brain thing of Kellogg's, he says something. He's like, "I'm Kellogg now."
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
And then they never do anything with that. It just goes away, which is kind of lame. So I don't think he's firmly in S tier, because I think some other, characters are beating him out, but I think A tier. Nah. He's an S tier. Come on. He's Nick Valentine. Next up is Sharon. Sharon from Fallout 3. You find him in the underworld. Apparently his name is a reference to some sort of Greek mythology underworld thing. He is cool, but he really has no story to him at all. He's just a gun to fight with you. He's brainwashed to do some sort of contract, but you don't know by who, you don't know by what. I thought it would have been cool if we were able to see that story, but Fallout 3 Companions didn't really do that whole companion quest thing.
Talk to. I belong to no one. If you are my new employer, then I will serve you. But first, I must take care of something. Wait here.
Some easy living from everyone's favorite songstress, Billie Holiday.
Azrakal, I am told that I am no longer in your service. Yes. All right, let's go.
So, Sharon's a cool character. They just missed the mark with him. So I'm going to put him in C tier. Next up, we have Piper from Fallout 4. She was my first ever video game crush. It was really weird. I was a strange child. But man, I loved her. Her animations when you get to Diamond City, her story, and you think, man, why are you spreading all this bullshit about Mayor McDonough being a synth and, messing up everybody? Like, that one dude shoots his friend in front of Diamond City. We all know the part I'm talking about because of the news article she writes. But she was telling the truth. Turns out it was all real. People just didn't want to believe it. So I am actually going to put her in S tier. I am completely biased in that fact. I don't think she really belongs in S tier. But that's where I'm going to put her. Up next, we have Dogmeat. Everyone's favorite video game dog. There is no dog in any video game that is better, except for Blue from Blue's Clues. If there's a Blue's Clues video game, Blue would be the greatest video game dog, but there isn't really Blue's Clues video games. But I'm going to put Dogmeat in S tier. You all know he belongs there. I know it. We know it. Everyone knows it. All right. Next, we got Marcus from Fallout 2 and Fallout New Vegas. In Fallout New Vegas, his role was diminished. That's just because his role in Fallout 2 was so awesome. He was a companion that helped out the Chosen One. He was a cool guy. He's super mutant leader. That's really all there is to say about him, though. He's a cool guy. I like him. His character design is really, really cool. I'm going to put him in A tier. A tier, super mutant, cool guy. That's where he gonna be. Up next, we have Arcade Gannon from Fallout New Vegas. I think Arcade Gannon is a cool-ass character. I think the whole thing with the Enclave Remnants is awesome. I like how you get the companion quest by getting him to talk about, different technologies, stuff that the Enclave uses. I just think is super-duper cool. Arcade Gannon. A tier. Right next to Marcus. A tier. He's not, all the way into S tier, but he's a cool guy. I have Rex. Rex is cool. His character design is super cool. His companion quest where you gotta give him a new brain is kind of cool, I guess. But the thing is, he's just not as cool as the OG Dogmeat. I'm sorry, Rex, you're cool, but I'm gonna put you in B tier, right next to Boone and Eddie. Up next, we got Cass from Fallout New Vegas. Cass is pretty cool. Her story is pretty cool, but I didn't put him on this list. I should have, but I like her dad more. Her dad, John Cassidy, cool guy. Cass is cool. She's just kind of an alcoholic that hangs out with you, wants to kill the Van Graffs or the people that fucked over her caravan. She's just, you could either make her hold on to her revenge or not do it. It's all right. I'm going to put her in B tier also. She's not my favorite New Vegas companion. Next, wait. Change, just turn and face the strain. Right. Woo! Up next is the one and only Kate from Fallout 4. She is really cool. I like her companion quest. She was the second companion I romanced because I romanced every companion in that game when I first played it. I was kind of polyamorous in that game. But I like Kate a lot. She's cool. She's not my favorite Fallout 4 companion. I think they really could have done more with the combat zone, but that's not her fault. That doesn't reflect on her character. I think her companion quest is cool with her wanting to get off drugs, her just being a cool lady. So I'm going to put her in B tier. She's cool. She's cool, trust me. B tier's not bad. B tier's not bad. Up next, we have Veronica. See, I'm starting off with all these companions, you know, but I'm going to go on to, not companion characters soon. But Veronica, S tier, immediately. Veronica is awesome. If you give her an awesome power fist, she'll just fuck shit up constantly. She's awesome. Her character's funny. And you know what? This is my favorite line from her.
What'd you think of Mr. House? I was surprised he only had the 2 robot sex slaves.
Up next is Curry from Fallout 4. Curry's cool. Kind of boring, though. Does anyone else feel this way? I think Curry's kind of boring as a character. I did romance her, too. Don't get me wrong. But I think she's not, okay. If there was, a mission she had where it's we gotta create some sort of life-saving medicine for some character. But we already did that. I think the best part about her is the quest to get her. Vault 81. But besides that, I think I'm gonna put her in C tier. Up next, we have Gorys! Gorys, Fallout 2. Jesus Christ, when I've only played through the 2 original Fallouts once. But goddamn, when I met Gorys, I was so in love. He died a whole bunch on my playthrough, but Gorys is fucking awesome. He is not just a smart super mutant, kind of a human guy. Not even a smart, ghoul. He is a smart fucking Deathclaw, and his name is Gorys, and I love him. He is S tier, all the way. Nobody's gonna disagree with me on that. Gorys is freaking awesome. Ian from Fallout 3. I chose this pictured here, because he always shoots you, and he's a huge asshole. So I'm gonna put him solidly in D tier. He's a D tier character. Sorry, not sorry. Ian, the first companion you get in Fallout 1, is a douchebag. Next up is Raul Tejada, or however you say his name, from Fallout New Vegas. He's a cool character, not good, not bad. I think when you give him the sombrero outfit, when he wears that's pretty freaking cool. I think his story about what happened in Mexico during the war is pretty cool. He's got a cool character design with a mustache, and he's a mechanic. He has a repair skill of 100. That's pretty cool. Both of his outfits, for whichever way you go on his companion quest, are cool, but, he's still not up there with the likes of, Gorys and Fox and Piper for me. But I'm gonna put him in C tier. C tier companion, Raul. Up next, we have Butch. Butch from Fallout 3. He's a cool character. He doesn't really change at all since he's a child. He's pretty, entertaining, I would say. I think he's one of the funniest characters that they've made. How he's like a bully, but he's also like a little bitch deep down. I think he's really cool. I'm gonna put him in B tier. No. He's in A tier. I'm not gonna... Yeah. Butch is in A tier. Your whole life, he's a douche. And when you get him as a companion, he's still a douche. And the tunnel snakes rule. Up next is Myron from Fallout 2. They kind of retconned this, I think. I'm not sure. But he is supposed to be the creator of Jet. He's a super funny character. His voice acting is amazing in the original Fallout game. I love everything about Myron. I'm going to put Myron as, like, I think he's one of the quintessential Fallout characters. Like, if there was a list of top 10 Fallout characters, he would be on it. So I'm going to put him in S tier. He's just an awesome character. The interaction you have with him is awesome. And everything about him is really cool. Up next is Sergeant RL3. Sergeant RL3 is a cool character. I probably said this about all of them, but I wish there was more to do with him. He's like a neutral karma companion, which I don't know why, because he's a fucking robot. But, RL3, he's cool. You know, it's cool having a Mr. Gutsy with you, but that's pretty much all it is. He can start the Purifier at the end of the game, which, they still give you bad ending for. I'm gonna put him in D. He's gonna go in D, right next to Ian. Up next is Button Gwinnett from Fallout 3. S tier. S tier character. All I am going to do to explain this one is put in my favorite line from him right here.
No, it can't be. Then the stars and stripes have indeed fallen. This is a sad day. A day that every man, woman, and child will remember as they toil in the English salt mines as slaves.
Up next is Sticky, my boy Sticky from Fallout 3. I am going to start this off with I am completely biased. Sticky is one of my favorite characters. I love everything about him. He helped save me with Fox from Raven Rock, as mentioned earlier. I am going to put him into S tier. And I know no one's going to agree with that. That one is completely personal opinion. But I love Sticky. Everything about Sticky is beautiful, and he is beautiful. Up next is Lucas Sims, the sheriff of Fallout 3's Megaton Town. He plays a crucial role in Power of the Atom, but pretty much every time I play the game, I have him killed for his Chinese assault rifle and sheriff outfit. By Mr. Burke, you know, because he'll shoot him if you report him. And, yeah, he's alright, you know. He's nor here nor there. He's just a regular town sheriff. D tier. I think it's cool. I don't know if this is true, but he wears the same outfit as the regulators. If he was, like, a regulator, that would be cool. But, yeah, D tier is where I'm gonna put Lucas Sims, Sheriff of Megaton. Up next is Captain Ironsides from Fallout 4. Captain Ironsides is kick-ass. He's cool. And, you know, companions will get mad at you if you side with the scavengers instead of the robots. If you side with the robots instead of the scavengers. But it's like, the robots want to preserve this awesome boat, and the scavengers just want to rip it apart for scrap. He's trying to get into the sea so he can be a cool sea captain. I only pray that there's a mission in Fallout 5 where you see Ironsides, you know, getting that boat in the water, you know, just partying. So I'm going to put him in S tier, right next to Sticky and Button Gwinnett, because I feel like Button Gwinnett and Ironsides are pretty comparable as characters. So yeah, I think they both deserve their spot there. I think they're cool robot characters. Up next is Abraham Washington from the Preservation Society Museum in Fallout 3. I think he's super duper cool. He does all this stuff where he preserves stuff, his mission to get the... You know what? I kind of take it back. He's not super, super cool. He's just kind of cool. I'm going to put him in C tier. There's not really a lot to say about him. You can sell him the Lincoln stuff. You can... get the Declaration of Independence for him. It's cool, but he's not that cool. Up next is Harold. Harold from Fallout 1, 2, and 3. He is a kick-ass character. Always has been. I love his ending in Fallout 3. that whole mission, Oasis, is the best. How those tree people worship him and he wants to die, but they don't want you to make him die. But you gotta realize it's a really tough quest. It asks you to handle the subject of euthanasia in a video game, which I've never experienced before Fallout 3. So it was mind-blowing when I first came across Harold's ending. And also, Harold is a funny-ass character in and out. So he is an S-tier character, quintessential Fallout character. Quintessential. The King from Fallout New Vegas. He is cool, a bit of a dick. He won't ever listen to you about Pacer being an asshole if you're trying to do the NCR stuff. I'm going to put him in C tier. No, he's a little bit cooler because of the Elvis thing. So I'll put him in B tier. Man, what the fuck is this guy's name? Vance. I knew it was Vance. Vance from Fallout 3 is, a vampire dude. His whole thing is he thinks he's a vampire, so he tries to convert this kid that killed his family to being a vampire. I think he's a bit of a dick. E tier. Or, well, I mean, I don't know if I'm judging this based off the writing or how I like the character. I think I'm going to add a disclaimer at the beginning that it's like how much I like the character, no matter how good they are written. Now we go on to Dr. Lee from Fallout 3 and 4. She's a cool character. I've said that, that's been my catchphrase. That's a cool character. But, she's alright. I think she's lame in Fallout 3. She just kind of, does her thing and then goes away. I don't even notice, how she helps the Brotherhood, because in Fallout 4 they established... I mean, it's probably out there. They probably showed it, but I just didn't see it. I'm going to say Fallout 3 Dr. Lee is E tier. Fallout 4 Dr. Lee is B tier. She's pretty cool. And now we have Moira Brown from Fallout 3. Excellent character. I love her. Her writing is amazing. Her quest is amazing. Everything about this character is awesome. I'm going to put her firmly in A tier. She's an A tier character. She's amazing, and I love her. Up next is Three Dog. Okay, Three Dog is an interesting one. I love Three Dog a lot. Sometimes he gets annoying on the radio to me, but his voice actor, Eric Todd Dellums, did a better job than Liam Neeson or Captain Jean-Luc Picard in Oblivion. Or even, if you think about Matthew Perry in Fallout New Vegas. His character is just freaking amazing. Three Dog. I love him. Three Dog is S tier all the way, solely because of Eric Todd Dellums. Well, let's say A tier, because he does get annoying on the radio. But he's cool. He's cool. I like him, especially the voice actor, Eric Todd Dellums. Up next is Mr. House from Fallout New Vegas. I'm going to put Mr. House. I think he's cool. How he's, a robot on a screen. He's this guy from way before the war. He's really, I think it's cool how he's a soul. Him alone is a force to be reckoned with in the Mojave Wasteland. So I'm going to put him in B tier. He's cool. I think there could have been a little bit more with him. Next is the Master. The Master is an alright character. I think Fallout could and would have better villains. I think his reasons for doing his stuff is kind of stupid. But his character design is freaking amazing. I'm going to put him in B tier. And now it's Ulysses from Fallout New Vegas Lonesome Road DLC. This guy's alright. I think there could have been so much more with him. He is just an exposition dumping asshole. He's okay. He's not the worst. He's not the best. Leaning more towards the worst. He's mad at you, I guess, for something you did that you don't even remember or don't even know you did, that the player definitely didn't do. And He wants to blow up everything and start over. He should talk less. E. No, I think he's going to be our first F tier one. I do not like Ulysses at all. He's cool, I guess, but not really. Next is Yes Man. Yes Man is cool. He kind of scares me at the end, how he's like, everything will be okay in my hands. I am a robot, and I'm in charge of the world. He's cool. I gotta stop saying cool. He's alright. You know, I'm gonna put him in C tier. He's funny, but I think C tier is where he belongs. Next is your dada, Liam Neeson, from Fallout 3. He's alright. He's just something to move the main story along. I think the biblical references are cool. I think that he's voiced by Qui-Gon Jinn is cool, but I think that's all he's really got going for him, so I'm going to put him in C tier. Leggett Lanius, people say, is an S tier character in and out. I could not disagree more with that. He is just a butcher that is loyal to Caesar alone, and then he kills all these people. He's a big old badass. He wouldn't surrender ever. And he wipes out entire gangs of men just because he likes it. And at the very end of the game, you can talk him down just by saying, you know, Arizona is pretty big or something like that. California is pretty big. So I think that is stupid, and you don't see him throughout the entirety of the game. He is silly to me. He has no reason to be there. The only thing going for him is his badass character design. So I'm going to put him in D tier. Up next is Warner from the Pit DLC. I think that the quest to either steal a baby or have a bunch of people enslaved is one of the most morally gray quests in all of Fallout. I think his quest is cool. I think the whole Pit DLC is awesome. Even though Fallout 76 butchered it. I'm going to put him in C tier. Hey Bosley, how are you? Next is Caesar from Fallout New Vegas. He is such an interesting character. He's just a LARPing loser that thinks he's cool, and I think that that's really funny. I don't think I have ever taken him seriously in a game of Fallout New Vegas, but he is really entertaining. So I'm going to put him in C tier. He's very interesting. Next is Asher from the Pit. I'm going to put him one step above Warner, actually, because his character design and power armor is so cool. I think it's cool that... I gotta stop saying cool. He's from the Brotherhood of Steel, and he has this salvaged awesome power armor, and you gotta steal his baby, but he's enslaving people in order to find a cure. But, I mean, I don't know. He's interesting. I'll put him in B. You can argue with me if you want. Next, we have the alien from every Fallout game. So I'm going to just do quick fire round. Fallout 1 alien interaction is A tier. Fallout 3 alien interaction, not including the Mothership Zeta DLC, is S tier. And Fallout New Vegas is even more S tier. So I'm going to put him, just all of the alien references in Fallout, I love them. I'm going to put that in S tier. That's not really a character. It's kind of like all the aliens, every single alien encounter in the games. And also Fallout 4's is also awesome. That one's also S tier. But yeah, the aliens, everything they have to do with the Fallout series is in S tier. Oh, this one I want to talk about. Desmond Lockhart from Fallout 3 Point Lookout DLC is super amazingly amazing. He is a rich dude, and he plays this game, he calls it, where, you know, all these rich bored guys, you know, fight each other in this thing called the Great Game, he says. I have no... And at the end of the DLC, pardon me, he says to the Lone Wanderer, I'm going to go to the Commonwealth and see if there's more guys to fight in this great game I play. That would have been so awesome. They could base a whole Fallout game based on the Great Game between Desmond Lockhart, Jack Cabot, frickin' Mr. House, you know, all of these rich dudes just fighting. I think would be awesome. I'm going to put Desmond in A tier. I think that's where he belongs. Next is a very obscure character, Jacob Humboldt from Fallout 3 Point Lookout. So you go to this safari place, and Jacob Humboldt is there with a double-barrel shotgun, and he just gets killed. That's really the only thing about his character. I just love his name, and, you know, I've always had, like, an inside joke in my head with me, myself, and I about Jacob Humboldt that he just needs to be an S-tier character. If I was ever going to make one of those lists, I'd be lying to myself if I didn't put Jacob Humboldt as a S-tier character. Next is Joshua Graham, S-tier. Enough said. Joshua Graham is amazing. I love how they brought real-world religion into the Fallout series with the Mormon church, and I just think Joshua Graham's character and his backstory is amazing. Next is Dr. Braun from Fallout 3. I'm going to put him into A tier. He is a really cool antagonist. His whole quest, Tranquility Lane, is one of my favorites ever. And he's super entertaining in every way. He's great Fallout character. Next is Randall Clark, a.k.a. the Father in the Caves. If you know his whole story, it is depressing. And also, apparently, it's based on an episode of The Twilight Zone, which I did not know. But his gun, his story, how he helped these children. He's definitely a good karma character. I'm going to put him in S tier. Next is Sean from Fallout 4. He's cool. I don't know why they made him a baby, though, at the beginning of the game. I think he should have been, like, 10 years old. Kind of, you know, as they showed it when he was traveling with Kellogg and stuff. Because that would have made more sense with him. Then he would have been able to know you and remember you, and that would have made more sense to me. But, and even, you know, when you get to him, he could still be a 60-year-old man, you know, but just 10 years old like the robot one is. But I'm going to put him in B tier. He's cool, I guess. Next, we have Kent Conley, the guy that gives you the Silver Shroud quest in Fallout 4. He's awesome. His character is one of the most entertaining. His quest is one of the most entertaining. I love how he's a comic book nerd, kind of like me. So, just for personal reasons alone, I'm going to put him in S tier. Next is Jack Cabot. His quest isn't as good as people say it is, in my eyes. He's interesting, how he can, you know, be alive forever with some ancient alien serum, because he's siphoning it from his dad. He's interesting. I think it's cool how he talks about aliens. I'm going to put him in C tier. Next is Sierra Petrovita from Fallout 3 and 4. A tier. She's the best. Her quest, her personality, her everything. I love Sierra. She's awesome. Next is Amada. They could have done so much more with Amada, but they didn't. I still think she's awesome, and her voice actress, Odette Annabelle, did a tremendous job with her. I would put her in C tier. This is Arkansas from Fallout 3. He's the guy that snipes at you when you get to Minefield. He is cool. Awesome. He's neat, I guess. I think the backstory that he thought you were a slaver was cool, but it seems like in every playthrough, I end up killing him because he's shooting at me. So I'm going to put him in D tier. He had potential, but they squandered it. Next is Arthur Maxson. He was better in Fallout 3. He destroyed one of my favorite factions in the game. That doesn't make him not a little bit cool, but he's lame in my eyes. E tier. They should have done something cooler with the Brotherhood in that game instead of making them, they should have made them hermits, like in Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 1. Elder Lyons, A tier. Cool guy. He was probably assassinated by Arthur Maxson, though. That sucks, but he's awesome. Sarah Lyons was, she was actually my first video game crush, even though, she looks like this. Because it's 2008 Fallout 3 graphics. I still loved her. But I'm going to put her in A tier. She's nice. I like her. Father Elijah. I think Father Elijah is the greatest Fallout antagonist we have ever had thus far. So I am going to put him in S tier. Firmly in S tier. Next is the Toaster from Fallout New Vegas Old World Blues DLC. I think Oblivion is super good at making entertaining, funny characters. I think he belongs. Yeah, Toaster is an S tier, and next is Muggy. I chose 2 of the robots from the sync in Old World Blues to do, and everybody knows that these are our favorites. These are everyone's favorites, the Toaster and Muggy. So I'm going to put Muggy right there. Oh, and also, this is my favorite line from the Toaster.
Have you ever tried to indulge in all-consuming urge to kill when you don't have opposable thumbs? Or hands? Or anything other than a bread slot? You'd have a lot of pent-up anger, too.
And this is my favorite line from Muggy.
They made me just to torture me, but it's the neglect that hurts the most. Hey, everybody, let's turn ourselves into robot brains in jars. Do you know how many coffee cups giant robot brains in jars use on a daily basis? Not fucking many!
S tier peoples. Next is Riley from the Riley's Rangers quest in Fallout 3. She is super dope, but they really didn't explore the mercenaries at all. I thought it would be cool if she gave you Radiant quests instead of just doing one quest. Like, maybe you could go get supplies for the Rangers or something like that. But, like, based on who she is, I think she's really interesting as a character. I think that whole Riley's Rangers quest is awesome. B tier. Next is Colonel Autumn. I think Colonel Autumn is the second greatest antagonist we've had in the Fallout series. A lot of people say that he wasn't very good. That there was no, he's just a guy at the end of the game in a room, but at least he shows up before the ending, unlike Legate Lanius, He played a good role. I hated him throughout the whole game, and that means he's doing his job well. So I'm going to put him also in S tier. Next is Kellogg. Kellogg is lame. They did not do very good with Kellogg. But that's okay. I'm just going to put him in D tier. He's just some bad guy with a gun. I feel like once you learn his backstory in that brain segment, he becomes a bit more of a sympathetic character, but not by much. Next is Dave. Dave is F tier. This is my favorite picture of Dave. And we have Dean Domino from Honest Hearts DLC in Fallout New Vegas. Dean is a tricky, rabble-rousing butthole, and I love him for it. I'm going to put him in C. Not quite a A, B, A, or S, but he is interesting. Next is Christine. Christine is even cooler. She goes in A. I like her a lot. The fact that she's in this super cool sect, pretty much the CIA of the Brotherhood of Steel, the Circle of Steel, I think is really interesting. Her relationship with Veronica is very fleshed out and interesting. Her as a character all around is my second favorite companion from the Dead Money DLC. So there we go. Now it's Dog/God from Fallout New Vegas. My friend Tyler actually made a hat based on this character just because he loved him that much. He is amazing. His ending, how you can make him finally become one mind, is amazing. The way you can switch between the personalities in order to do certain puzzles in the game is awesome, or get past certain segments. I love Dog and God. I'm going to put them in S tier. They're amazing. And last one is Desdemona. Desdemona had so much potential, but they squandered it. She just was, like, boring. She didn't have anything interesting to say. I'm also going to put her in F tier. Oh, did I say that we were done? I was lying. Last up is Fallout 76. Any character that has ever been in that game goes in F tier. Any character that originates from that game, because it's bad. They didn't do a good job. I love the Fallout games, and then they destroyed it for fun. Goodbye.